Opening and closing cabinets, drawers, and doors are great foundational tasks for service dogs to learn. It's also helpful for at-home behaviors such as the fetch me a beer pet trick. In order for the training to be successful, the dog needs to have a firm understanding of how to tug and push first. While it seems simple enough, I've seen many dogs and their humans get frustrated trying to learn and teach this behavior. The dogs seem to think reinforcement is about the force of the tug or the push, whereas the human is reinforcing for the position of the drawer or door. The disconnect leads to the dog giving up, tugging or pawing with extreme force, or vocalizing excessively.
Good. Come on, you can do it. Okay, good.
This behavior is most easily conceptualized by using a technique called backchaining. Backchaining is when a behavior or task is broken down into smaller steps and taught in a reverse order. Think of it like math. Addition and subtraction are the last steps in algebra equations, but they're some of the first things that we learn. It'd be much harder to learn algebra first and then be taught how to solve addition and subtraction as you go until the equation is solved. With backchaining in mind, the last part of opening a door is that the dog has to have the tug in their mouth while the door is open. When closing the door, they should feel the seal click and be aware of the fully closed position. The focus should be on the location of the door and how they can manipulate it into the correct position.
Good girl. Good job. Tuck. Good girl. Good girl. Tuck. Good job. Tuck. Good girl. Tuck. Yay! Good girl.
Here is another example with learning to close the door. First, I am free shaping movements that begin to close the door, but it is still causing frustration.
Push. Good boy, Ace. Good boy. There you go. Push. 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 Good boy. Good boy.
The same backchaining concept is now applied to closing the door. The focus changes to the end goal position of the door and then is gradually expanded upon until the door can be closed from an open position.
Push. Good boy. Good boy. Push. Good boy. Push. Push. There it is.
If regression does occur, stay at that criteria level or slightly lower the criteria until frustration signs diminish and it is clear the goal is comprehended. Then criteria can continue to be increased again.
Good. Good boy. Good job. Very nice. Good. Yeah.
Using backchaining to teach the concept of the door position rather than the amount of force applied in a particular direction ensures the dog will gain comprehension of the goal behavior faster and, most importantly, frustration-free.